Let's start right now with something you can use today in your very next conversation. There's a small group of words that native speakers use constantly, quietly, in almost every conversation, and most learners walk right past them for years because they seem too simple to matter. That's exactly why they matter. Simple words used with confidence carry a conversation further than difficult words used with hesitation. Take the word actually. It sounds small, but watch what it does. I thought it was expensive, but it's actually pretty cheap. Actually softens a correction, makes it feel natural instead of blunt. Try it in a sentence about your own day right now, out loud. I thought today would be boring, but it was actually kind of good. Say that once more, a little faster, until it feels normal in your mouth. Next, kind of. Not a textbook phrase, but one you'll hear constantly in real conversations. I'm kind of tired. It's kind of far from here. It softens a statement, makes it feel relaxed instead of absolute. Compare I'm tired to I'm kind of tired. The second one sounds more like something a real person would actually say to a friend. Then there's figure out, as in, I need to figure out what to cook tonight, or I'm still trying to figure out this app. This one phrase replaces so many longer, more complicated ways of saying the same thing, and it's used everywhere, in casual conversations and professional ones alike. Stay with me here, because what I'm about to explain is the actual reason some people go from understanding English to speaking it naturally, while others stay stuck for years, no matter how much they study. And it has almost nothing to do with how many words like these you know. It's this. Knowing a phrase and owning a phrase are two completely different things. You can recognize figure out instantly when you read it, but owning it means it comes out of your own mouth without searching the next time you're actually confused about something. That gap between recognizing and owning is the entire distance between where you are right now and sounding natural. And the only way to close that gap is to use each phrase yourself, out loud, the same day you learn it, before it has time to settle into passive memory instead of active memory. So here's what I want you to do right now before we continue. Pick one of the three phrases we just covered. Actually, kind of, figure out. Say one full sentence with it, out loud, about something true in your actual life today. Not a textbook example, a real one. Do it now. Don't wait until the video ends, because the phrases you use immediately are the ones that stay. If you did that, keep going, because there are a few more. And if you watch through to the end and actually use each one the way I'm asking, you will walk away from this video already speaking slightly differently than you were 10 minutes ago. Not dramatically, just noticeably, in the small, natural way that real progress usually looks. Next phrase, end up, as in, we ended up staying home instead, or I ended up liking it more than I expected. This phrase is perfect for describing something that happened differently than planned, which, if you think about it, is most of real life. Try one now. I planned to sleep early, but I ended up staying awake. Say it again, slightly faster, letting the words connect together the way a native speaker would, instead of pausing between each one. Then, get used to, as in, it took me a while to get used to this weather, or you'll get used to it eventually. This one is especially useful because so much of learning a language is exactly this, getting used to something that feels strange at first. Say a sentence with it about English itself. I'm still getting used to speaking English out loud. Notice how true that sentence probably feels right now, and how naturally it uses the phrase at the same time. One more, bring up, as in, I don't want to bring up something awkward, or she brought up an interesting point. This phrase shows up constantly in real conversations, meetings, casual chats, arguments, and most learners never use it themselves because they've only ever seen it written down, never practiced saying it. Let's add two more, because the more of these you collect and actually use today, the faster this starts to feel automatic instead of effortful. Turns out, as in, I thought it would rain, but it turns out the weather was fine. Or, turns out I was wrong about that. This phrase is perfect for the moment when reality surprises you, which happens constantly in daily life and daily conversation. Try one now about something small and true. I thought this would be difficult, but it turns out it's not so bad. And come up with, as in, I need to come up with a better plan, or she came up with a great idea. This one describes the moment an idea appears, and it's especially useful for you right now because learning to speak naturally is exactly that. Coming up with the right words a little faster each time you practice. Say it out loud. I'm trying to come up with new ways to practice English every day. Here's an authentic example of how these phrases actually sound stacked together, the way a real person might talk about their day, not a textbook. Honestly, today was kind of a mess. I planned to finish my work early, but I ended up getting distracted and I still haven't figured out what went wrong. Turns out I forgot about a deadline completely. Actually, I think I need to bring this up with my manager tomorrow, even though I'm still getting used to talking about problems like that directly. I'm trying to come up with a better way to stay organized before that happens again. Notice something. That entire short paragraph used 7 different phrases naturally, the way they'd actually appear in a real conversation, not lined up like a vocabulary list. That's the goal. Not memorizing separate words, but hearing how they weave into real, connected thought. Say that whole example out loud yourself now, in your own voice, even if you stumble over parts of it. Stumbling is fine. Stopping completely is the only real mistake here. If you've made it this far and you've actually said even 2 or 3 of these phrases out loud today, something has already shifted, even if it doesn't feel dramatic yet. That's normal. This kind of progress rarely announces itself the day it happens. It shows up quietly, later, the next time you're in a real conversation, and one of these phrases comes out without you having to search for it. So here's what I want from you before you go. Tell me in the comments if you understood what I was saying today. Just that, plainly, I understood, or this was easy for me, or if something felt confusing. Tell me that too, honestly, because that helps me know exactly what to slow down on next time. And if this helped even a little, subscribe so the next video finds you the moment it's ready. I'll see you in the next video.